Hey brothers and sisters, I wanted to bring to your attention something that caught my eye in the times of Israel. The title of the article is U.S. Bill Seeks Israeli Security Cooperation with Arab States Against Iran. The Biden administration could soon facilitate cooperation between Israel and several Arab states on integrating air and missile defenses to counter Iran's threat in the region under bipartisan legislation unveiled in the U.S. Congress. The proposal would see Israel collaborate with states it doesn't have diplomatic ties with: Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Kuwait, Qatar, as well as Egypt, Jordan, the UAE, and Bahrain. Members of the Abraham Accords caucus in the House and Senate introduced the so-called Defend Act, defined as a joint effort by Congress to develop a strategy for Abraham Accords and other countries to combat Iranian aggression, listen to this, threatening peace and safety or peace and security in the Middle East. And of course, every time we hear peace and security in the Middle East, it gets me thinking about when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction comes upon them. And we know that happens after the rapture. Also, from Now the End Begins, we see that Brother Grider did an article on this very article from the Times of Israel. Selah Petra, they call it the Defend Act, and it's a 10-nation confederacy in the Middle East to protect Israel from a nuclear attack from Iran. And then he starts to connect the dots, taking a quote from Psalm 83, "They have said, 'Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are a confederate against thee.'" So I truly believe that this is going to play a part in the Daniel 9:27 covenant, which says in verse 27, "Then he," being the Antichrist, "shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week." Now that word many means many nations, and we're seeing, as Brother Grider says, this 10-nation confederacy coming to join Israel. "He shall bring an end to sacrifice and offering, and on the wing of abomination shall be one who makes desolate." So we see here that after the rapture of the church, they will be crying peace and safety, peace and security. The Antichrist steps in and confirms a covenant that's already made, that it says a covenant with many that's already been made for 1 week, and we know this is the final week of Daniel's prophecy, the 70th week of Daniel. So again, we're just connecting prophetic dots. We see everything happening very rapidly, and I think this is very relevant. So I will include the links to these articles for you. Keep looking up. Jesus is coming.